never be happy. That's why I'm not happy. I thought the money and the women and the clothes and all the stuff would help, and it didn't. I never dealt with me. I hate me. That's what it was. It came down to that person pretty much hated themselves, but they couldn't let the world see them like that because they were successful. You know what I mean? So the ego will trick you sometimes too and get all in your head and say, yeah, look what you did. You don't need nobody. You don't need nothing. But at the same time, you're suffering. You're suffering. You know what I'm saying? So that's very important too as we grow and develop to get as far away from the ego as we can. But I understand what you're saying too, brother, that sometimes that ego will have you being Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying, Janet Jackson, and sometimes you can't get away from that. But sometimes we have to push past that because there's another level to it too.
Indeed. Shout out to everybody just joining us. Make sure you hit the like button, family. I'm here with Brother Yosef. We talking about the science of miracles and being supernatural, not being normal, not being what we were taught to be, family. We are talking about being supernatural. We are naturally supernatural beings, family, and that's what all his brother's work deals with, that, family. Tapping into abilities that you can't even imagine that you have, family. We are more than like Wayne Chandler was talking last night, Yosef, and he was talking about how we are, you know, beyond the third. We're fourth dimensional beings. We go beyond the third dimension, and it's just it gets tricky. It's almost like we're if we're fourth dimensional beings and we're in the third dimension, it's almost like, you know, we got a blindfold on. We're walking through life with a blindfold on, and we don't know we got this here, we got a weapon here, we got food. Like, we don't know all of ammunition we got. Everything we got is like all hidden from us, bro. So it's like a real hard game, this 3D game. It's a real hard game, bro.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. You know, and to go off of that, Dr. Blair one time on one of his, it's crazy because you can't find the video no more. Dr. Blair talked about talking to clouds and stuff like that, making clouds disappear out the sky and stuff like that. It's a video he did a long time ago. And I've been trying that since 2010. And I did that on my Patreon. I showed people a video of me commanding a cloud to disappear out the sky, just from talking to it, right? This is the power we have. We can do these things just by command. I use the same word Dr. Blair said a long time ago. In the name of the universal prime creator, I command you to disappear. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that was his thing, the universal prime creator. Yeah. And this cloud just started disappearing. Anybody can do that. That's not, you know, there's nothing amazing about that. It's just what it is. Like, you have that ability, and that's something to start with, to start commanding yourself. Now, let me show you guys this. I mean, I'm not going to do it here, but if anybody know what this setup is, then they know what time it is. This is something also I've been doing for years, which is making, using my telepathy and making things move with my mind by putting, glass jars and glass bowls over these things. This is what we talking about when we're doing God work. We're actually using our true abilities, our chi, our energy to affect the world around us. You know what I mean? So I actually teach something in my Patreon called internal alchemy, called internal formulas. And I tell the people that one of the best ways to manifest things, because we're going into a new form of magic these days, a new world, a new time. So I tell people all the time, one of the best ways to manifest is to charge things in your organs first, because your organs also relate to an element outside of your body. So prime example, when we have an altar, right? We have an altar, we get the earth, the air, the fire, the water, we create an altar. Well, the new altar is in your mind. You know what I'm saying? It's always been there. But at one time, we needed the crutch, which is, let me create a physical altar, right? Which is cool. You can still do that today. But you should, at this point, because the frequency is changing on the planet and going to a fourth dimensional state, we should be, because we're naturally already fourth dimensional beings, Black people. So, but the planet has to get back to the fourth dimension. So as we move and all this stuff lines up, we have to learn how to start manifesting in our mind, family, and stop depending on earth elements, because they exist inside you already. So I would use that Montauk Chia technique, which is smiling down, and I would teach people how to charge their organs. Now think about what you want to manifest. Now use the law of attraction with these elements inside you already charged. And like Montauk Chia talked about, when you charge these elements in your body, they actually shape into a pentagram inside your body. And that's manifestation, the 5 elements. That's how you do it inside of your body without using earth, air, fire, water outside of your body. Internal alchemy. That's what we got to go to next with the magic, family.
Internal alchemy. Yeah, definitely. Shout out Montauk Chia. A student of his is Wayne Chandler, family. So shout out to Montauk Chia. Shout out to Wayne Chandler. And once again, family, let me share this link once again. That's what this is all about, family. Internal alchemy. I'm sharing the link for the Qigong workshop happening this Saturday with the brother Wayne Chandler. Let me ask you this. One thing, I got this written down. One thing Saint Germain said. You ever read any books by Saint Germain?
A few of them.
One thing Saint Germain said, it was a chapter that dealt with human intention and divine intervention. And Saint Germain said, pray as if everything depends on us and act as if everything depends on you. What you think about that statement right there? You praying like everything depends on them, but act as if everything depends on you. What's your thoughts on that?
I would say that's perfect balance. That's like bringing that perfect balance to the situation. Because man, that's the next level of the law of attraction right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think that's a powerful statement, man. I think to me that means you know what I mean, taking it to the next level. Really to take it to the next level, because if you're using your attention and you know, this is the thing with me. I believe that we have an internal force and an external force. A lot of people say we are gods, we are gods, we are God within, but there's still an external. When you're dealing with these deities, they have a consciousness that don't exist in this world. So I think in that thing he was saying, like, pray, like, okay, you still trying to get the attention of this energy, but at the same time deal with it like it's already done. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I look at it, like that. You know what I'm saying? I look at that statement like that. Very powerful though. The great alchemist Saint Germain.
So when you attempting to manifest something in this realm, you act as if it's already done once you the thought goes out there. But
you need energy. That's the key element a lot of people forget. And I tell people to use emotion, because a lot of people go to cheat. Chi is good. Chi works, right? But if you can attach a high emotion to whatever you're doing, it changes the game. You get more energy like that. It takes more energy to be angry and be in a low vibration. It takes less energy to be in a high vibration. So you can stay on a high. You should be able to stay on a high vibration easier. But we don't understand that, because it's so easy to get mad. But if you tell a person, I want you to feel love right now, a lot of people don't know how to do that. You know, they have to look at their baby, their son, their daughter, hug their wife or their boyfriend, girlfriend to feel a little bit of love. But to just feel it at will is hard. You know what I'm saying? And in alchemy, that's what makes you a god. You have the ability to tap into that God force, which is love.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? You have the ability to tap into that.
Joe Dispenza always says, clear intention and elevated emotion is the key to manifestation. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, brother Yosef? That's what the metaverse is going to make it super easy to manifest, because it allows you to tap into your emotion stronger than what we are accustomed to tap into it, because it's immersive. So that's why it could be dangerous, or it could be very, you know, it could be a weapon, or it could be, you know, it could be of help to us, man. That's right. That shit gonna be powerful, man.
Yeah, and spirits gonna be running all through there. So people better get ready. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be spirits running all through, just like they on the internet. It's demons all over the internet. It's gonna be running all through the metaverse. You know what I'm saying? I saw a person, well, I didn't see the person, but I saw an interview with a lady saying she got, you know, something happened. Allegedly, she got raped on the metaverse. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen that.
I'm like, what? And this one dude was showing stuff around the metaverse, and people was walking around with just a head. This one dude was holding his head in his hand. That was his avatar. So people are already sticking their head in the metaverse already. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to look like a regular human being. They want to look like a headless person walking around.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's already weird stuff. And I have an Oculus, you know. I have one of these things, you know what I'm saying? I'll be on there sometimes, and I'll be seeing all kind of crazy stuff on there.
What's been your experience so far? What's with the Oculus? How you like it?
I like the little meditation areas there. I do recommend people get one of these, man. And I know they got a new one coming out this year. Me and my homies, we have meetings in here. With my business TP Ministries, we have meetings in here. So you can have meetings in here, literally. You can build your own world in here. You know, you can it's amazing. You can pretty much do anything, and the metaverse isn't even fully functioning the way it should be. But you can. It's incredible. You can go to like a park, and I sat in a movie theater with people from all over the world.
Wow.
Watching movies. You know what I'm saying? So you can go to a theater. I heard a lady next to me talking French. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what she was saying, but I know she's talking French. You know, and you could just be in that room. Everybody's watching the same movie. It's amazing. It's amazing, man. But I love the meditational experiences you can have in there, by sitting in these zen-like places and trees, and you hear birds and stuff, and you can just meditate like that. You can watch sunrises. There's just a lot you can do in there. It's real powerful, brother. I like it.
Indeed, indeed. In terms of miracles, and you was talking about emotion a little while ago. I want to talk to you about pastors. There's something about the pastors, like when you see the pastors talk, and they be like, Jesus and God is gonna cure you, and you see the person get up off their chair, and they be like, and they be filled with the Spirit. Like, yo, talk to me, because that's power right there. To
Yeah,
just talk, and I don't know if they're healing or they're sparking something in that person, but it's something about and they all talk the same. All the pastors,
right,
all of them talk exactly alike.
right.
All of them.
Absolutely,
So what is it about the
absolutely.
pastor's voice that be helping some of these people, even
Well,
if these figures ain't real?
you know what? If you notice, some pastors do it better than others, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what really it is, and the pastors may not even understand this.
Mm.
Um, I noticed TD Jakes be very metaphysical. He be having some
You
metaphysical
do,
stuff to
you
say
do. Yeah, he
sometimes.
does.
You
He
know,
does. Yeah,
I'm
he
like,
does.
wait a minute, man. I listen to this dude sometimes. Like this dude is saying some metaphysical stuff, and the people don't catch it, but I be catching it, right?
Uh-uh.
But when you deal with people like, say, for instance, TD Jakes, who's probably the most popular at that, he can get the whole crowd going, right?
Yeah.
He has a very powerful throat chakra. When your throat chakra is very
Ah,
powerful like that, you can affect people verbally. You know what I'm
right.
saying? You can make people fear you by your voice. You can
Mm,
make people love you, right?
mm,
Or you can make people get excited. And
mm-hmm,
also, TD Jakes has a degree in psychology. So
mm-hmm,
he knows the right way to say things to trigger stuff inside you.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But if you listen to TJ, his voice alone makes you feel like you want to listen. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? His
Yeah.
voice, you know what I mean? So some people, these pastors, not all of them, because I listened to some boring pastors before, but a lot of these pastors have a very powerful throat chakra.
Real
Even when
stuff.
you deal with somebody like what's this guy's name from Houston?
Who?
Joel
Creflo?
Austin.
Oh, Joel Osteen. Yeah, yeah.
Joel Austin, who has the biggest church in America. I think he still got the biggest church in America. Oh, just keep loving your dog, and if you love your neighbor, and if you love your family, you know what I'm saying? It's a rainbow outside. Love the rainbows, love the birds. And I'm just sitting there like, yeah, I think, and the thing is, he knows how to do that. Like he know it can't be explained, brother. It's divine. It's
Yeah,
divine. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So he has that throat chakra energy that could just make you want to listen. Everybody can't do that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Biggie Smalls had it. When Biggie Smalls started rapping, yes, he could make it's like Jadakiss. He has that raspy voice. It makes you want to listen.
yeah.
So it's not just what people say, it's the way they sound. And
Uh,
if you notice, the most people that influence you the most, they have a sound to their voice that can trigger you. So that's what the pastors be dealing with, brother. They have this throat chakra energy that can affect people and affect their people's emotions.
Yo, it'd be crazy if we had like some type of sunglasses when people talk, we could see how much energy leaves their body. Because yo, like somebody like you said, a TD Jakes, I could imagine the energy that emits from him when he
Mm-hmm.
talks. Or somebody like
Mm-hmm.
let's say a Tupac who had a
Mm-hmm.
strong emotional energy, a strong throat
Mm-hmm.
chakra. It'd be crazy if we could just see the sacred geometry that leaves them when these brothers talk, man.
Yeah, yeah,
That
it's
would be
powerful, man. I love seeing stuff like that because I do have the ability to see auras. Sometimes colors kick in, sometimes they don't. So
mm,
like when I was getting a drink somewhere the other day in my city, and this guy was like, excuse me, man, excuse me. He's telling the white guy, like, excuse me, real quick. Are
mm,
you brother Yosef? I was like, yeah. When he said it, I saw his aura flutter. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
And he was like, oh, thank you, man. You mean so much. And nah, 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 nah. So it's an exciting, yeah, people when they talking and they can influence people, it's like their aura start expanding, right? But when
mm.
people are happy, the aura looks like I'm telling you, the aura looks like a flame, like a fire. That's how it
When
looks. Like the aura gets excited like that. You
when
know what
they
I mean?
when people are happy, you mean?
When people
Yeah.
are happy, the aura looks like a flame. It looks like a flame. The
Uh-huh.
more the happier they are, they start crying at weddings. You will
Uh-huh.
see the flame get bigger. Their aura
Uh-huh.
looks like a flame.
Uh-huh.
It's like passion or joy or happiness. That's how the aura looks. If a
Mm.
person is very sad or low vibrational, their aura will look blocky. It won't be perfectly round like a circle. It'll look like blocky, like areas are missing and stuff like that. You'll see black spots in people's aura and stuff like that. Or to look like static. I
Mm.
can always tell when a
Static.
person has a headache or they have like some type of what do you call that stuff when you can't be around a lot of light? Um when they have like when they can't look at light,
Migraine.
migraines. When they have migraines, because they're behind their head, it looks like static
Mm.
electricity.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, they must have either their dream center is blocked, they have an issue with their dreaming, or they have a migraine. And
Mm-hmm.
usually it's either one all the time.
Mm. It's funny you talk about the aura being a flame when a person is like has passion or is happy. I mean, look at the language we use. The melanated people on the planet. I talked about this with Cambot and Blue. We'd be like, yo, that nigga lit. Or if Kanye's doing his thing, we'd be like, yo, he's on fire. If Jordan make 10 shots, yo, he's on, the brother's on fire. Our slang describes what's going on in the invisible world. It don't get no iller than that. That shit is ill. Our slang describes the invisible world, bro.
That's deep, brother. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. That's a fact, man.
Yo, we some advanced people, bro.
Right. It's like a lame person is a sick person. So they'll say that person lame. Like they have no energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot. That you're right, man. It's a lot. Even going back to when the brother used to pour out the liquor on the corners and stuff like that, they doing libations and they'll have no idea what they're doing. You know, it's just coming out of them, coming out of their DNA.
We see that in every hood. What's going on when they pour the libations on the corner and they got the candles in the pitch up? What's going on right there?
I'll be honest with you. It's funny because a lot of people that do that are Christian people. You know what I'm saying? Somebody will die and, you know what I'm saying? These people have the churches and the ministers out there praying, and behind the ministers, all these candles with like an altar set up for this person. But, you know, I wish people would also put food and stuff out there when they did that, man. Like leave an orange or an apple or some food and stuff. Leave your grandma's pie out there or something like that, because people be needing that when they pass away, man. They really do. They be lost and they kind of don't know what's going on. People be needing that, man. But yeah, they kind of it comes out of our DNA, man. Naturally out of our DNA. I remember I was watching a crumping video, and they were showing the kids crumping this dance called crumping, which I think they kind of stopped the kids. They didn't want that to come out because everybody couldn't do it. Only the kids in the hood could do it, right?
Yeah.
And the crumping thing, man, these kids they would catch the Holy Ghost. These kids Kundalini would get activated, and they were showing how the kids was doing the dances at the same from hundreds of years ago from the ancestors. It was amazing, you know. It was just coming out of a DNA. So that's sometimes when you in a free state of mind, when you're not thinking about it, you just react without thinking. I don't know if people watch Dragon Ball Z, right? But when Goku wanted to get into that divine aura state called Ultra Instinct, he couldn't think. He just had to react. He had to let his body react without thinking. He was able to tap into a divine godly force called Ultra Instinct. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing when black people, when we don't act, we don't think about it, we just react, the DNA activates. And something just tells you, hey man, go ahead and pour out this liquor on the corner. And we say, yeah, I'm gonna pour this liquor on the corner. Don't got no clue what you're doing. Something's telling you somebody passed away, pour this liquor out for the homeless. That's what that is, family. So yeah, it's powerful. So, we do that all the time.
Sort of like out of nowhere, we get superhuman strength if we're faced with danger. Like older, I heard stories of women breaking car windows with their butts to free the baby, or somebody lifting up the car to like out of nowhere. We just get this superhuman strength, and we just be like, I don't know where it came from, bro.
Right. You tap into that childlike state where anything's possible. You know what I mean? You catch that perfect middle point where anything's possible, and the ego has no time to interfere with you. Say, wait a minute, that car is too heavy. Don't lift that.
Ain't no.
You're gonna break your back. You know what I'm saying? And mama pregnant. Mama said, no, this car coming off my baby. It ain't no other way in the world. Nothing ain't gonna stop. And the divine energy activates. That's kind of how it happens. You know what I mean? So yeah, powerful, man.
And then what happened after the person does that? What the ego say? Oh, that was a miracle. The ego
be quiet.
That was a miracle. That can never happen again. The ego will come up with all types of shit to say, man.
All kind of stuff. The ego be quiet, like I don't know what to say to that. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, yo, family. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button. I'm here conversating with my brother Yosef. We talking about the science of miracles and tapping into our supernatural abilities. I told the people in the beginning, this book kind of inspired this show because we have such a limited way of thinking and viewing the world, the universe, our world. And I mean, sky's the limit, as they say. And I don't even know if that's the right thing to say, family, but it's like unlimited potential that we have, family. Let me ask you this. What you think about remote healing? There's people that say they could heal you in another part of the world. They just got to see a picture. They can see a picture of Brother Yosef or something like that. What's your thoughts on that?
It works the same thing. It works the same way as you want to do something bad to somebody, right? You can look at somebody's picture and just think bad and negative. That's why I tell people, wear protection, man. Wear spiritual stuff. I got stuff under my shirt right now. You know what I'm saying? Wear stuff under you because you never know who don't like you, right? But it works the same way with healing. If you want to heal somebody, you can tap into a high vibration, look at that person's picture, and just imagine a green flame around them, a green energy or a green flame. And you can actually send Imagine your consciousness sending energy to that person, and it will work. Remote viewing is definitely something that remote healing, excuse me, is something that definitely works. I agree with that 100%. 100%.
What do you think about the idea, this concept of the more you explain your magic to somebody, like they may say, "Yo, brother Yosef, how you do that, yo? How you do that?" And the more you explain it, the more you weaken your magic, because the magic was only for you, is only intended for you to know how to do it. What's your thoughts on that statement?
I do believe that there's certain aspects of magic that the public don't need to know right away, because there's a lot of ignorant people out here. But I think that when people are ready, I would say judge the person, test their character, test them and see if they're ready for certain things. You know what I'm saying? Ready for certain types of magic and stuff like that. I wouldn't say that, you know, just telling them about it, what you can do, it kind of takes away from the energy. That's just my opinion. Because I know I've shared a lot of incredible things that I can do, stuff that I know with people, and people have had results. You know what I mean? And it hasn't taken anything away from me, anything at all. I think we need to do that more. We need to share more. I think that what we got to be careful of is dealing with science too much. You know, science is incredible. It can bring people to a certain understanding. There are certain levels of science that is metaphysical. You know what I'm saying? When you get into the sacred geometry and stuff like that, certain levels of science is spiritual, is metaphysical. But the European science, the science that we grew up on, could be dangerous trying to relate to metaphysics, because that's the ego. Magic and spirituality is more about having a child heart. Because when you're dealing with science and you're trying to be spiritual, you only can prove what you see. You know what I'm saying? If you have never seen it, you'll never believe it, and that takes away from your spirituality. It's a lot of things that I didn't even know was going to manifest and work for me, that I tried spiritually, and I just believed that was going to happen, and it happened. Right? It happened. So I think we have to find that perfect balance and go more towards that childlike state. You know what I mean? Which is love. Get into that love frequency. You can never tap into love, you know, if you don't do that. So yeah, powerful.
One thing the brother Wayne Chandler said yesterday that was powerful was we was talking about tapping into supernatural ability, and Hank said that you have to tap into that child spirit, that inner child. But most people have so much trauma as a child that the inner child is connected to the trauma, so they can't tap into their magic. That was profound. That was profound, because all the magic, the shit, Joseph, the shit I do sometimes, I be in the street, I get in my zone, then I just look like, oh, did somebody see me? I'll be like, did somebody see me? Because I just be so much in my zone, I forget that people are around me. Then I'm like, oh shit, they think I'm crazy. Did somebody see me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the inner child in me, you know, like just that curious spirit or whatever. But talk to me about that. They can't even tap into that magic because the magic is attached to that child, and that child is attached to trauma.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because my right hand man, Makai Kondo, this brother, man, has the most childlike heart you have ever seen. I remember we went to DC and we was walking in the middle of the street. This dude took a handful of pennies, threw them in the middle of the street, got on his knees and started doing a ritual to Papa Legba in the middle of the street. I turned around like, man, told my other homeboy, I said, man, get that dude out the street, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how childlike you gotta be.
Yeah,
that's what a baby would do. A baby run all in the street. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of childlike energy. To this day, he'd be at the park. People be looking at him like, he'd be in the park just like this, you know? That's how you got to be. You have to really not care about what people think. Some people scared to wear crystals around their mama. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my mama coming. I got to take my crystals off. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to have that childlike state where you don't care. Pretend like you don't know what you're doing. Pretend like you don't know what you're doing. Just do it. Don't think. It's like Bruce Lee said, don't think, feel. Feel. Just fight. You know what I'm saying? And when you do magic, just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Especially once you study and you know what you're doing. Don't sit there and think, man, is it going to work? I hope I do it correctly. Just do it. Because for every action, there's a reaction. Just put joy and love into it, what you do. Put that high vibration, gratitude, happiness. Put that stuff into what you do and see what happens. That's the key people be missing, is a high vibration. Put emotion into your magic and watch the whole magic change. That's the key to a lot of, I don't even do a lot of rituals no more, brother. I literally think about what I want. I meditate on it for a minute and it comes to me just like that. I don't care what it is. It comes to me just like it manifests. Because I put so much gratitude. Like, I'm so grateful that it already happened for me. And it's there, brother. It's there.
I spent over 2 hours today and yesterday just in a state of gratitude, just like saying what I'm grateful for. And I notice you do that on Instagram. You do that a lot on Instagram, and that's dope. I see you do that all the time. But people, I tell people all the time, they sleep on the power of gratitude. Me and Blue Pill used to do this thing called Appreciation Rampage, and I got that from Esther Hicks, where you just saying what you appreciate for. You just going at it. You know what I'm saying? That shit is powerful. That shit is powerful.
I love it, man. It's funny. There's this show called Reservoir. I always talk about how shamans could actually move a tornado with gratitude. They know that the gratitude has something to do with the opposite of gratitude, right? The tornado. People ain't thankful, so the tornado come and knock all their houses down, right? That lack of gratefulness brings on this tornado. So when that would happen with the shamans, they would tell the people, hey, man, y'all better get your heart right, because Mother Nature going to correct us if y'all don't get your energy together. And the tornadoes, so when you see constant tornadoes going through like Kansas City, all the way through the Midwest, a lot of those people deal with ungratefulness. And if they had more gratitude, those tornadoes wouldn't even form, especially if you have a bunch of people that had gratitude. So the shaman would be able to steer the tornado with gratitude, literally. And it's so powerful because there's a TV show called Reservation Dogs. And it's dealing with some Native American kids on the reservations, and they're trying to go to California. It's kind of like a goofy comedy type of show. And it was one episode where the crazy man, and they was like, yo, it's a tornado coming. The crazy man was like, yo, my medicine is strong. And medicine is another word for magic. And they say, my medicine is strong. He's like, I could steer this tornado. And he did it on the show with his magic. You know, he was able to steer the tornado away from the city. It was powerful, man. So yes, gratitude, in my opinion, family, is one of the most powerful things you could tap into. Right. And I think that when people do magic, we focus on the tools that we got in front of us. I literally charge, if I'm gonna do a physical ritual, I take my cauldron, my herbs, I charge it with gratitude before I even use them. I charge my stuff with gratitude, then I use it.
Dope.
And then after it's over, I give gratitude again. And it works every time. So I said, man, it's always working for me like that. Let me try it without using no tools, just in my mind, and it starts working again. So gratitude is powerful, family. And the more you do it, the easier you can tap into it. The easier you can tap into it. It's a hidden key to magic. Gratitude.
Gratitude. You said something that I read. I just read in this book a couple of hours ago, and I was trying to find it as you was talking. I can't find it right now, but I am okay. So you said show gratitude. Hold up. You said show gratitude to the tornado. Let me just read this right here. Give me a second, y'all. I don't know if this is it. Let me just read this. I'm not sure if this is it, family. All too often, some of us choose by being in polarity with what we do not want. If we do not want to develop a state of disease, what we do, we eat right for our health. There's a hidden bomb in that concept, isn't there? If you eat right for your health, what might you be doing? At one level, you are eating to stave off disease. If you are eating healthy foods in order to prevent disease, you are in an unconscious relationship with what you fear. Damn. This isn't exactly what I was looking for, but it's somewhere near it. We have a lot of times like that tornado. So let's just replace food with our fear. You showing gratitude to that tornado. You aren't in an unhealthy relationship with that tornado. You're not in a relationship, a polarity with that tornado. You're being grateful for it. So I guess you're controlling it. I mean, I'm sure, because I'm trying to. It wasn't exactly what I want, but comment on that. This isn't exactly.
So more than anything, you're
okay. Hold on. This is another sentence. Hold up. When you show respect for the energy of the problem, you actually diffuse some of the psychic charge off it. That's a powerful statement. So when you show respect for the tornado, now you're diffusing some of the electric charge of it.
Yes.
That's powerful.
Yes.
That's some powerful shit right there.
Listen, brother. It's so powerful. People wonder why I start my day every day giving thanks. Not just to the deities. I give thanks to the elements. I give thanks to, listen, shamans will walk into a room. They give thanks to the four corners in the room. They give thanks to your sneakers. You know what I'm saying? They give thanks to the bottle of water in the corner. That's because everything in shamanism has a spirit. Everything has a spirit. And that's what we have to understand. So you be thankful every day and watch how much your life change.
Mm-hmm.
That crazy dude that God bless the dead that shot the people in Buffalo, he could have came here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an hour away from there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I try to put a gratitude bubble around my city anywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yes, it changed the frequency. So the tornado was angry.
Mm-hmm.
It came to do the work of the dark side of Mother Earth. Mother Earth has a dark side. Mm-hmm. It came to do the will of Mother Earth. These people ain't grateful. I'm sending a storm. But when you can discharge that storm by sending the other type of energy to it, by interacting with it, and dissipate the whole energy by having this high vibration, family. So gratitude is so powerful. And I don't think people even understand how powerful it is. But that's why I start my day giving thanks every day. I teach my 6-year-old daughter to do the same thing. Give thanks every day, baby. Mm-hmm. Every day. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Indeed. Watch how your life change.
If there's one thing y'all take from this show tonight, and us talking about miracles, the fastest way to a so-called miracle is being thankful, showing gratitude. I swear, family, the fastest way to achieve a miracle in your life, family, that I could think of is being appreciative, being thankful.
It ain't even hard. Just be appreciative. Be appreciative.
And
it's a simple science.
Yeah.
Even if you ain't got it, be thankful for it. Watch it come to you. Because your subconscious mind say, oh, you've been thankful for this for 3 weeks. I'm going to just go ahead and give it because that's what you want. That's what you're thankful for. Mm-hmm. You trick your subconscious mind and think it got to catch up with you. If you being thankful for something you haven't got yet. Mm-hmm. So the subconscious mind say, let me catch up with this dude and give it to him. Or let me catch up with her and give it to him because this is what they think they got already. It ain't part of their reality. Let me put it in their reality. But we wake up every day. We think about the bills being paid. We think about negativity. We think about, who we don't like. We think about, oh man, I hate this job. Be thankful for your job so you can feed your babies.
Let's
you know what I mean?
I want to do with you, brother Yosef, what I did with Blue Pill. We did this about 2 years ago. Let's both go 60 seconds. I got my timer on my iPhone of what we are grateful for. I'm gonna start it off.
Okay.
The timer's gonna be on a minute. I'm gonna go. Then when it's up, I'm gonna start it again. And I'm gonna let you go 60 seconds. So this is real time example of appreciation, so y'all can see what we're getting at, because your level of gratitude is tailor-made just for you. It's just because only you know what you're going through and what you're thankful for. So let me I'm gonna start off, then I'm gonna pass it to brother Yosef. And y'all do this every day, y'all do this every day throughout the course of the whole day. All right, so I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to take me and my family to Georgia. I'm thankful to get more sun in Georgia. That's something that I didn't have in New York. So I'm thankful for I'm gonna have a better relationship with the sun. I'm thankful that I'm gonna have a better relationship with nature. I'm thankful that my son gets to enjoy the sun, that my son gets to soak up the vitamin D, that my son gets to ground. I'm thankful for the gold around my neck. It makes me feel good. And they say, if you feel good, you do good things. I'm thankful for this hat, that black dot I got from the brother Black Dot, because he sent me a package. He got lost in the mail. So the brother gave me another package and didn't charge me any extra for it. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that of my Buddha statue, my show has transformed and went to the next level since I got the Buddha statue. And I'm thankful that I could adorn my statue with some gold. Like I got gold on, so I got gold in my statue. Got gold. Yo, you see how fast that go? My minute is up already. And I could keep going, man. I just started, man. I could keep going, man.
Like that.
But listen, I'm gonna pass to Yosef. Your time. The timer starts now. Go ahead, brother. 60 seconds.
Okay. Today is Tuesday, so I'm thankful for the god Ogun. I'm thankful for the planet Mars. I'm thankful for the energy of Mars. I'm thankful for the 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. I'm thankful for my ancestors who came before me, known and unknown. I'm thankful to Mother Earth for always providing. I'm thankful to the Ascended Masters. I'm thankful for the sun. I'm thankful for my daughter. I'm thankful for my wife. I'm thankful for the moon. I'm thankful for the air I could breathe. I'm thankful for the food I have. I'm thankful for my house. I'm thankful for 3 cars in the driveway. I'm thankful for having peace, a peace of mind. I'm thankful for that, right? I'm thankful for coming from nothing to something. I'm thankful for getting out of the church mentality. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful for being conscious and being spiritual. I'm thankful for having information and knowledge I could share with people. I'm thankful for giving other people the opportunity to be thankful. Oh man, that did go fast. I was just getting hot, man. I'm about to turn in TD Jakes, brother. TD Jakes is about to come out. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
I was about to say, get ready, you know.
Yo, man, but that I
I
wanted
like
to,
that, man. The
yeah,
thankful
that,
challenge. I like that.
yeah. Me and Blue Pill did that years ago, and it's something that we need to implement in our everyday lives, just like we got our everyday routines, whether it's a brush our teeth or eat breakfast or whatever it is. We need to just spend 5-10 minutes just being thankful, being
Yes,
appreciative
please,
by
family.
yourself. And like you see how I had things that was tailored to my life. Brother Yosef had things that was tailored to his life. Brother, thankful for them 3 cars in that garage, brother. That's
Yeah,
what's up.
yes,
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? And
yes.
that's how it gotta be, family. So yeah, thank y'all for showing. People in the chat was saying what they was thankful for in the chat, and that's a real positive vibe. If y'all can see the light around all of us, I'm sure it's bright. I know people, the ancestors looking like, damn, niggas is shining right now on that channel, man. They shining right now. We shining, family.
I receive it. I
Indeed,
receive
I
it.
want to. So, but like I said, family, somebody asked what the book is. The Physics of Miracle by Richard Bartlett. Richard Bartlett, and
Also get this book, family. The
yeah.
Healing Power of Paul Darko.
Uh-huh.
Make sure y'all get that one too.
What's the other one you showed? The sign
Uh
language.
oh, the other one is the sign language of the soul.
Yeah, I want them to see that. Let me hold up. Let me okay, y'all see it, right?
Sign
Sign
language of the
language of the soul.
soul. There's the author. You know, powerful book, family. Goes into mudras and
Yo, read
you
us
know.
that. Read us that. You underline son. Read us that right there. You have son that you can't see it, but you have some. Whatever you see underline, read us. Let me just see what was of importance to you. That you underlined it in the book. Maybe you can share.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
It said when running one of the balancing procedures, it is very important that all 4 worlds on the tree be activated in the body. So this teaches you how to activate the tree of life in your body by way of using mudras, mantras. You know, here we go. We got Malakut. You know, book is powerful, man. Book is powerful.
Oh man, I'm thankful you showed us that book today, brother. You showed it before, and I should have got it last time you showed it, and I slept on it. I'm gonna see if I can find it anywhere tonight, online. If you know, hopefully it ain't $5,000 or something like that.
It's up there, brother. It's up there,
Yeah,
man.
it's up there. Yeah. Family, give us some Q&A. We passed the hour mark. I'm gonna take some Q&A before we get out of here. Before we do the Q&A, anything you have anything coming up? Any workshop? Anything you want to tell us?
Yes. Me, brother Dreamwise, brother sister Contra Queen, brother Wilco Prue, brother Travis Megas will have an event coming up in Atlanta on June 6th. You can go to my last YouTube video and look at the link below there. The link is there. Yeah, and I'll be out there talking about some melanin and some 666 energy. You know, we're gonna get into that, family. So you guys can catch me near my next that's where I'll be at next month on the 6th.
Somebody said, read my super chat question, please. I'm sorry. You know, I don't be seeing them sometimes. Please. Okay. So we talked about appreciation. I don't know how to put this on the screen. You know what? Give me 1 second. Let me try to give me 1 second. Let me scroll up. I gotta hit up the super chat. I'll be forgetting. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all gotta remind me, but I gotta show respect for people who donate to the channel. All right, please expound upon kindness and compassion and how powerful they are also.
Absolutely. Kindness and compassion. Absolutely. So, man, they right up there with gratitude, family. They right up there with gratitude. Compassion is the key to getting to joy. So joy, I want to tell y'all something, right? Love is very hard to tap into. But if you can learn how to tap into kindness, should be easy. Showing the act of kindness, that should be easy, right? But if you can ever learn how to tap into compassion, that is very powerful because the key magical item is joy. You want to get into joy, family, right? But everybody don't know how to be joyful all the time. And then sometimes when you think you're being joyful, you're just being happy, right? So there's so many high level emotions. So kindness and compassion is so powerful, it will literally change your karma by doing these things, right? It will literally change your karma. Gratitude will change everything. It will change everything because you are literally programming your life when you have gratitude. But having compassion and karma, we're really, yeah, somebody said compassion is your compass. That's very powerful. That's very powerful. That's a fact, right? That's a fact. So yes, that compassion is very powerful, family. You know what I'm saying? So it could literally change your whole directive. You have a lot of negative things you're dealing with in your life. Compassion could change the whole dynamic on that. So yes, practicing kindness and compassion is very powerful.
Shout out to Jackie J. She said, just got my ticket. I believe you're talking about the Wayne Chandler workshop. Let me see if I see the flyer. Family, once again, we dealing with eternal alchemy as a brother. Let me show this flyer real quick to the family. This is a master teacher that we have, family. This brother ain't no fly by night, just learn tools.
Oh, that's very powerful. That's a very powerful question. It depends on what type of extraterrestrials you're dealing with, family. But I will say this. One thing I'll tell people to use is a crystal grid made of iron. Use an iron crystal grid because the iron frequency is very sensitive to extraterrestrials. But you got to be careful with that because there's a lot of extraterrestrials that want to help you and you don't want to run them away either. So it depends on what type of extraterrestrials you're dealing with. The Greys, reptilians, stuff like that. Reptilians, just like the shaman Cradle Mutra talked about, they fear compassion because they lost that. They lost compassion, the reptilians. So they fear compassion. So if you have a high vibration of love and joy, reptilians won't even come around you. That's a fact because they don't. It's disgusting them. They don't like that. It hurts them. But when you're dealing with Greys and other people that may entities that may bother you in dreams, what you're gonna do is get you a big, huge piece of pyrite. Get you a huge piece of pyrite and get you 5 pointed quartz crystals and point them away from the pyrite. Put those around the pyrite, family, with a big piece of pyrite in the middle, and you will have you a very powerful grid that can shield your room and ward off your room from negative extraterrestrials for a child. Very powerful.
Indeed, indeed. Hold up. A lot of questions here. Would you say that Kundalini energy is the same of the Holy Ghost?
Shekinah glory, yes, it has the same energy. You getting a Kundalini flutter when people have the Holy Ghost. That's how they're able to tap into speaking in tongues. Speaking in tongues comes out of your DNA. You know what I'm saying? And the Kundalini energy can unlock that and activate that. You know, that serpent tongue. It can activate that energy, right? So yes, I would say Kundalini and the Holy Ghost is pretty much identical.
Indeed, indeed. Let's get to
that mother energy.
Okay. Can you think too much about avoiding a negative situation and cause it to manifest?
Absolutely. Anything you think too much about will absolutely manifest in your life, family. So you got to be careful with that. You got to be careful with overthinking things because that could be negative too. If you overthink it, it could become negative. So you think so much of how to avoid having your car break down, and then it breaks down because you keep thinking about the car breaking down and how to stop it. So yes, think about it already being fixed and done. Think about that, family. Think about the positive aspects of it. Don't think about a situation avoiding it all the time. If you have, because I'm with it all day as far as living like this, because I live like this every day. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. But some people, they never really prepare. They just keep thinking about preparing for the worst. You need to prepare for the worst, let that be done, and just concentrate on being positive. I'm big. I'm a prepper. I don't know if people know what that is. I'm big into prepping, storing food, storing lights and cans. I'm into all that stuff, right? But I do it. Some people think about doing it and they never do it. That's being negative because you just constantly thinking about, oh, something gonna happen. Something gonna happen. I got to get it done. Well, go ahead and just get it done and then start being positive about it. Start knowing everything gonna work out. That's the best way to do it, family.
Oh, my fault, family. I went and got that book real quick. Let's get to this next question. How can I program citrine or fire quartz to manifest money?
Okay, very good question. So what you can do is you can take your citrine, family, and you can put it on money every night before you go to bed. Citrine is a stone that never has to be cleansed. So you can literally take a piece of citrine. You don't need a big piece, a small piece. Sit it on top of a $5 bill, a dollar bill, and set it there every night. The stone will be programmed because stones eat energy all day. So it will be programmed to absorb money. It will be programmed to take on money, family. So you can take a citrine, sit it on top of some money, even sit it on top of some nickels and change. And the stone will be programmed to think that's what you want all the time. So that's the best way to work with that, family.
Okay. see. Are demonic entities real?
Absolutely. 100% true. They don't mess with you as much as lower frequency energies like ghosts and succubuses and incubuses. They don't mess with you as much as them. But when they come, you know it's them. Because people they usually go psychotic. You know? So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who is the Rastafarian Jah on a spiritual level?
I don't know how to answer that question. I'm not sure how to answer that question. The
Okay.
Rastafarian Jah, I know what you mean, but on a spiritual level, who is the Rastafarian Jah? I think you're talking about Haile Selassie.
Let's get to the next question. How do I properly use Florida water to protect my aura?
I would take a spiritual bath first. The best one that you can find, and then I would you could either put some of that in your bathtub as a spiritual bath, but then you can rub a little bit on you. You can rub a little bit on your head, on the bottom of your feet, and anoint yourself like that. That's one of the ways you can do it, family. But Florida water will definitely raise your vibration. It will definitely help the aura.
I'm trying to see what are your take on seizures?
I'm not sure how to answer that question. I need a little bit more information. Seizures. I know what seizures are, but I'm not sure how to answer that question.
Like, you know how you said if somebody's possessed by a demon, they might go psychotic. Is like seizures. You think that's a form of possession or a form of
seizures? Yeah, okay. Yeah, seizures can be a form of spiritual attack. It could be a form of spiritual attack if you need it from that perspective. Absolutely. I would, and if that happens, I would recommend a person going to find a priest that could remove that entity that's causing the seizures. I do believe that that could be a form of attack.
Someone says, do you think that June 6, 2022, 666 is a supernatural day?
I think every day is a supernatural day. You know, every day is a supernatural day. Tomorrow could be a supernatural day. You know what I mean? I wouldn't wait for those days to manifest. Don't get me wrong. There are days of power, like full moons, the blood moon we just had. But at the same time, every day is a magical day, family. But yeah, that could be looked at as a power day.
What's the difference between voodoo, voodoo, and hoodoo?
Voodoo is African. It's the original form of voodoo. Voodoo is the Haitian version. That's Haiti. And hoodoo is Christianity and shamanism mixed together. Some people think hoodoo has to do with voodoo. It doesn't. Hoodoo is actually Christian mythology mixed with shamanism together, American Indian shamanism, and that's how you get the hoodoo.
Yo, I want before I get to the next question, family. Yo, you know what I want, y'all? I want everybody who watching this video. We got 2,100 people in here live right now. 2,100 people. I want all y'all in the comment section of the video, not in the super chat, but in the comment section when the video is finished, to leave what you are thankful for, right? So if we got 2,000 comments of things that y'all thankful for, when somebody look at the video, they could be like, what the hell going on in the comment section? All these niggas talk about they thankful this for thankful for that. But yeah, fam, this is magic being practiced in real time, regardless of how small it may seem. Small things equal big things eventually. So family, I want everybody here, if it's 2,100, everybody, even in the comment section, what you thankful for. If it's your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your girl, your man, whoever, your kids, whatever. But I just want everybody to leave that in the comment section. You know what I'm saying?
And let me say this too, brother. A lot of people upset about the shooting that happened in Buffalo, right? Furious. Some people said, man, brother Yosef, what you think we supposed to just keep laying down and such and such? I had a lot of angry people in my video yesterday, and I sympathize with people. I totally understand. Like I said, it happened an hour away from me. And the video, I don't recommend people watch it. It's just horrible. It's gonna break your heart. It broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? So how do we fix something like this? Think about all the mad black people around the planet right now. Now, what if all the black people on the planet was grateful for having our own nation? What if we was all grateful for having our own food source? What if we was grateful for being able to be separate from America and having our own thing? What if we was grateful for that? Every day you have let's just say 100,000 black people. I don't even need let's say 1,000 black people got together and just was grateful for all of that people on the planet having their own culture, right? Now, I believe that eventually everybody will come together, right? Over time, we will all become one. But people who are angry, I'm just trying to give them a way that they can become more positive about the situation. Be grateful because one day you're going to have your own. You don't have to worry about being in a world where you could be murdered just for the color of your skin. Find a reason to be grateful. That will work. That will work, family. If people thought about that, that will work. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Indeed. Excellent. That's excellent. Excellent advice to what we see with what's going on. We got to approach this. You could approach it how you want, but that approach right there, you know, you gotta know the unseen world, how powerful it is. To do something like that, you got to really have a belief and faith in the unseen world. And a lot of us, unfortunately, we only believe what we could see. Like the brother said, he be thankful for things before it manifests here. But there's things working behind the scenes once he's thankful for it. We just can't see it. That's why I said it's like we blindfolded living in this world, family. So yeah, man, that's some powerful advice that the brother just gave right here. Yeah, somebody said this right here is great enlightenment. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Let's I passed by a question that I wanted to ask. I'm gonna take 2 more questions and then we're gonna get out of here, brother Yosef.
All right.
Can hyperdimensional beings travel within the space of emotions or space where thoughts occur?
Yes, absolutely. I just talked about even deeper than that. I talked about on my Patreon how I had an experience where I went into the quantum realm. I didn't know UFOs can go into the quantum realm, extraterrestrials. They have ships that can shrink down to some Ant-Man type stuff. Go all inside your body. They can give you a disease. They can heal you. They can do all kind of things. So yes, these hyperdimensional beings, extraterrestrials can do all types of things. And yes, they can. A lot of them deal with compassion too. They deal with high levels of emotion as well, or they deal with lower levels of emotions as well. So let me see. Yes, so yes, okay, so yes, they can also deal with your thoughts. They can also travel in that space where your thoughts and stuff occur as well. So yes, family, that's all true. Absolutely.
For those who may not know, brother Yosef, like you talk about, I went to the astral world. When you say I went to the quantum world, what is the quantum world? You say you went there. What is that?
That's a good question because you know what I found out? The quantum world and the astral world is the same thing. They are the same thing. It's another version of the astral. So the quantum world is pretty much like the astral plane, but in our sense of it, it looked at as the microscopic, smaller than you think world. To make it simple, it's a very what we consider to be the unseen world in our reality that's microscopic, like it's really small. You know what I mean? On a atomic level. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it is, family. But also this is what the shamans talked about when they see the shamans never dealt with going to the astral plane. The shamans dealt with going within. That's another way to get to the astral plane. And that was the quantum realm. And it took me years to understand that. What are they talking about going within? They were talking about going within your body into your soul, and you could still get to the quantum realm on the astral plane that way. And they would do things like talking to their animal spirits and stuff like that to guide them along the way. So the quantum realm, as above, so below, as within, so without, family.
Indeed, indeed. Let's this is a good question. Is comedy a way to tap into joy?
Is comedy? Yes, absolutely. To a degree, because man, what's the best way to explain joy? Looking at your child can give you joy, right? For a moment, you can have a joy, right? And then love will be something totally different, right? So yes, to a degree, comedy can have you tap into joy because you could be happy, but to tap into joy would take it to a whole nother level. It's above happiness. So yes, I believe if anything that can make you happy can also take you to a joyful state. So yes, comedy can take you help you tap into joy. But when you're joyful, you know it because you kind of cry. You happy cry. That's when you know you're joyful.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just seen something I want to ask you, brother. Okay, we're gonna get to this question, but before we do, this is gonna be the last question, fam. Before we do, My Cash App is at the bottom. If you appreciate this broadcast in the channel, make sure you show support if you can. Let me put the brother Yosef's Cash App as well. If you want to show that brother some love on the financial side of things. What's your Cash App, my brother?
Cash App $ BROYOSEF. You should see you'll see this logo on there. Because I do have a scammer out there that's got my Instagram page and asking me for donations.
Instagram is
yeah, you know, and so you will see this symbol on there, family. That's how you know it's my Cash App.
Let me
$ bro Yosef.
Last question, brother Yosef. What is the best elixir to help the pineal gland?
I would just tell people to take Harataki. I have not found nothing more powerful than to open. Literally, the yogis in India will tell you this stuff will pop your pineal gland open just from taking it. Not only that, it will make you smarter and it will make your blood oxygenated 300 times. I did a video on this back in 2018 with the Harataki. So I would recommend people taking the Harataki. It will take your pineal gland to the next level without making it too difficult. That's the best thing, family.
Somebody wrote, I'm thankful for Wayne Chandler. This is the book that I was telling y'all about. Everybody should have in their library. Very important book. Everybody should have this in the library. We're doing a workshop on Saturday. I'll see most of y'all there. Everybody that signed up. I see some of y'all signed up during the show. Brother Yosef, leave your any contact information you want to leave for the people, my brother, to get at you. Oh, and yeah, brother Yosef got a new video that's fire. Go to the brother's YouTube channel. It's called The Rise of Star Nations. And what's it called? Something about Star Nations.
The 4 root races and the rise of the Star Nations.
Go check that out.
I'm gonna do a part 2 on that real soon.
Yeah, go check that out, family. What's your YouTube channel again, brother?
YouTube channel, New Life Tools, NU space LYFE space Tools, TOOLS. New Life Tools, pretty much right here.
Right there, okay.
And that's my channel. I have an Instagram, New Life Tools on Instagram. And also you guys can email me newlifetools@gmail.com. If I don't get back to you, I apologize. Brother Yosef be busy. I got 100 emails coming in, but it's all love, family.
Somebody said show the book again. Yeah, if you can't reach the brother, just you know, try again. That's how I be with us folks on the internet. You know, we get 1,000 emails in a week, and it's hard to respond to everybody. So, family, thanks for tuning in. We still got 2,100 people in here. I would stay longer, but brother got to go. I got to take care of some things. This is going to be a busy week for me, but I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to be in this position and share this information. Well, let's answer this one last question. I've got a super chat. One last question, y'all. Then we definitely get out of here. How do I remove a negative energy if I already did a spiritual bath after using an obsidian blade and breaking the mason jar? Wow.
You might not have no negative energy. You might have a hex or a curse on you if you did all that stuff. And let me say this too: a lot of people who use a lot of these tools don't really know how to use them. You know what I'm saying? Like an obsidian blade should cut your karmic cords, but it doesn't always do that because it needs energy to work. That's why I tell people charge that blade in the sun for 24 hours. But even with that, some people, we have so much energy on us, we have to actually find a priest or something to actually cut them energy cords. So if you have something that deep, you may need to go see a actual spiritual worker to break that thing because your energy enough is not working, family. It may be something stronger. So you may have an actual curse or hex on you. If all that stuff ain't working, you might want to go see a priestess or a priest.
Indeed, indeed. All right, family, we're getting out of here. Thank you, brother Yosef. Thanks for joining me once again. Probably I'll be trying to have this brother on here at least once a month, man. This is one of the best up-and-coming brothers in this metaphysical movement. And I was trying to reach out to this brother, and when I finally reached him, I knew that we would make history on this channel and make it happen. And that's exactly what we do each and every show. It's high energy, good vibrations, family. I want all of y'all to support this brother. Go to his YouTube, run them numbers up, New Life Tools on his YouTube. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hopefully I see most of y'all at the workshop this Saturday with Master Teacher Wayne Chandler. But besides that, thanks for tuning in, family. I'm out of here. Peace.